Hello, my name is Adina and this is my first video, and the first video I thought about like how do I want to make it, and I thought this is Ramadan time now, 21st of March. We are in the last 10 days of Ramadan, and I thought it would be good to share my story alongside through the vision of Ramadan, and by sharing some probably the dog is barking, probably by sharing some also tips, advice, how I made my Ramadan the best, or how I'm practicing to make it the best. And some also introduction, background story of mine. Okay, let's start. My name is Adina. I'm 20 years old. I'm studying third year of business school, and this is my third Ramadan. So happy Ramadan, by the way. And how is it going? For me, this third year is the best one. Okay. So little background story. I was born in Muslim family, but not in the practicing Muslim family. So basically, I always knew there was one God. I always knew it's Allah. I knew that Islam is the true religion, but I didn't know anything much more. Like, I knew about the 5-time prayers, about the Hajj, Umrah, about the existence of Ramadan, and yeah, basically that's all. No, not so much of details, right? So my journey to Islam and to becoming more practicing Muslim started when I moved to Istanbul. 3 years ago, I was this 18 years old girl. I was a teenager. I was so happy. I am abroad for the first time in my life, and I'm gonna study. This new chapter of my life is about to start, right? So I wasn't covered. I wasn't praying. I didn't know anything. I never did. I never fasted in my life, and I don't know any surah. The only thing I know is Shahada. Probably that's the only thing I knew. So in 2023, as the Ramadan was approaching, I decided that I'm gonna fast because I was living in a Muslim country, Istanbul, and my friends all were planning to fast. So I said, let me join. I don't know anything, but just like for the first time, let's see, right? Let's dive in. So it was a little bit the most chaotic, the most messy experience, my first experience that I had, because I was stressing a lot. I was so anxious and so stressful, so worried about getting hungry that I would eat a lot at suhoor time and iftar time. My sleeping schedule was so messed up, and maybe also because it was more hotter. It was like around April time and March time, and here in Istanbul in April and March is pretty much hot. So maybe because of that, and also because I never did it, so I was super scared and stressed, like, I'm gonna starve. That was my biggest problem and fear. And obviously when I was programmed like that, when I'm already thinking like that, I was starving. It was quite stressful. That I think I even gained that month, like pretty much a lot. And the most embarrassing about it is that how much I was not kind of maybe ready to do it, that my monthly course in that first Ramadan came twice. Like, it never happened to me, but in this 1 month, just 30 days, my monthly course came twice. It just shows how much the mind and the body is connected, how much I was stressing over it. Anyways, I just look back at it and I'm like, oh my god, girl, you could have just chilled. So no, but I'm okay with it. It was all a part of journey, right? So it was good. We are grateful. So, and in 2023, after the Ramadan, something also really important happened, is that I went through multiple breakdowns because my first year of living abroad was gonna finish. I finished my first year of university. I was moving to a new flat, and I stopped talking with all of my friends almost, and I was going through, financial crisis, some things that I was like, I want to do something, because I've been working since I was 16, so I had this whole thing going in my mind, and I decided I want to take a psychologist, like a therapist, therapy. So I went through a therapy. I started my journey of therapy to heal my traumas, my childhood traumas, to heal my inner child, right? To accept, forgive my parents and be good, to move on with my life. It all started with just like 1 month. I was supposed to finish in this 1 month, but it didn't finish because my mom supported me very much, and she bought another course about like scientifically talking about our neuro atoms of our body and how to heal yourself, how to make yourself feel good and less stressful and more happy through science, through like meditations, through like all the others understanding of your traumas, like from psychology perspective. And then I bought a course also, so I ended up being like a 4 or 6 or maybe even more, like 7-8 months of therapy. I ended up going through that journey, and it was so good. I really liked it. I was seeing the progress. And so the crucial moment here is that the purpose of all this therapy was just to get the answer of how to be okay, how to be happy, how to react to situations less stressful, and how to take them less personal, right? And how to be stable, how to be okay, and how to be able to control your own emotions, but not the otherwise, not when your emotions control you, right? And so the basic answer, every of these resources that I was like, read the books, the therapies, the courses, right? All of them were saying just one simple thing, is that if you reduce stress in your life, you want to be happy, you have to live in the moment. How you should live in the moment? You should be grateful. You should be grateful. So that was the formula, okay. And so I was hearing it over and over again over the months, all these months. And I think as we were approaching 2024, already like December, and maybe it's January already, I heard it probably for the fifth time. For the fifth time, I heard the same formula again, that you should be grateful in order to live in the moment and in order to be happy, so there's less stress. You have to be in your body, right? You have to be in the present moment, not traveling in the future or regretting about the past. And that time, I don't know why, but my mind just switched off and put it all through perspective of Islam. And at some moment, I was like, wait a minute. I put my course, the lecture, on pause. And I'm like, so in Islam, you pray 5 times a day. And you 5 times a day show gratitude. You say how grateful you are. You glorify the God. And so that is the formula to happy life. I was like, I felt like the most smartest girl. I felt like I hacked this life. I hacked the whole system. Bro, I hacked it all. I was like, so that's why you pray. So you pray to make yourself live in the present. So it helps you to be in the present. So it helps you to remember God 5 times a day. 5 times a day you say how much you're grateful for all the things you have. So it helps you, it disciplines you to be here, to be in the present, and to stop overthinking. Because that's a major problem that everybody has. And I was like, yes, that makes perfect sense, right? That makes perfect sense. I don't have to meditate, because if you know what real meditation is, normal meditation is no music, nothing. You just sit for 1 hour and try to be in connect with your body and with your breath. That's a lot. Prayer, come on, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. I was like, wait a minute, that made so much sense in my brain. I was like, wow. Well, I felt so happy. So so as the 2024 and Ramadan was approaching, right? And I was like, so it's in my brain, like I hacked the formula. I want to be happy. That's why I paid all this money for the therapist, and all this time I was searching for the answer of being happy, right? And I got the answer, not in the way I expected, but I got it, right? So the Ramadan was approaching. I was like, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna fast this year and I'm gonna pray. Like, I'm starting, dude. I'm all in. Like, why? I like there was nothing to stop me from, because I got it. Like, I felt it through all my body, and then no, I'm not gonna like you. I'm doing it right now, right? Another thing here is that I didn't know you could take your prayers step by step. I didn't know that. So I went all in with all 5. Exactly. Was it a mess? Right. It was a mess. Do I think it was probably wrong? It was. It was wrong. Because I'm someone who's not covered at a time. No hijab, okay? Obviously, I didn't have any hijab in my house at that moment, because I decided to pray really spontaneously, right? So I was having manicure, I was having extended lashes, and no clothes, obviously, no prayer mat or anything, right? So, but I said, no, I'm not gonna let myself stop me from praying, right? And I don't know any surah, nothing, right? So I was like, okay, no problem, we're doing it, we're still doing it. So I went, I just put them some scarves, any loose clothes that I could find, and just prayed there. Took my phone, literally opened the surah transcription, and read it in Arabic with English letters. So that's how it started. Yeah. And then slowly I removed my nails, I removed my lashes, then I ordered my first hijab for my prayers, and then I ordered my dress. It is namaz dress. Is that how you call it? I don't know. Anyways, so, and yeah, that's how I went all in. And the second Ramadan was a little bit better, but still I had this little bit of being anxious, still was good, was pretty much better. I started praying though. I was like, whoa. And yeah, I was pretty much happy, and all my prayers, all my du'as were accepted, and I was seeing it, how I was getting my peace through it. I was like, yo, this works. This works, okay? And then at the same period, I ordered the Quran. This one, the English translation by Talal Itani. I ordered it through Amazon. I'm pretty sure if you type it, it's there. And yeah, since I didn't know anything about Islam, I thought like it's gonna be rational to order Quran and to read something, because like, okay, it's good, I understand how 5 times of prayers benefits us, but I still don't know much, right? So I decided I gotta learn something, and I wanted to learn. I ordered Quran in English, even though I expected that I'm not gonna understand it, but I wanted it to be like, I wanted to read Quran and to see it myself from my own perspective, because I didn't want this other imam or sheikhs to explain it for me, because when they explain it for me, they explain it from their own perspective, which is not bad or good, but I still wanted it to be my perspective. So I said like, no, I'm not gonna go to see the explanatory of Quran. I just want to read it myself and see what I understand, what I don't. It's just like, it has to be my choice. It has to get through me first, through my perspective. That was so like important for me, a lot important, okay? And as 2025 Ramadan was approaching, I was like, this time I want to take it like full serious. So I searched what is Ramadan, tried to understand everything, okay? And I started my Ramadan journey from February, when it is the month to make up for your missed days. So I tried to make that up. I set my intentions like full February. I was focusing on my intentions and on setting my goals of what do I want to do when the Ramadan starts, okay? So what I'm just going to show here is that I am someone who is a big lover of planning, of structure, of strategies, and of journaling a lot. Diaries. This is all just not even half of my diaries that I have, okay? So this is my diary that I write down here my goals every year. And so specifically this year, I wrote down my goals for Ramadan, and I think that's how everybody should start their Ramadan, like from 1 month or 2 months before their actual Ramadan dates approach us, and put your niyat so clearly to have the niyat. I'm sorry, that that doesn't make sense. So what I'm trying to say here is that your intention is important. Whatever you do, your intention is the top thing that you should really care about. So I went in Ramadan, in February, I started doing all my journal things, writing down my plans, and I can share my technique of planning for your year, for your dreams, how to make everything like clear. Yeah, I'll share it probably. I'll put down the link on my probably Instagram or something else. You'll find it in the bio, in the description, right? So my first intention for 2025 Ramadan was to fix my salahs, to make them more regularly, because I was having some problem with like on and off, back and forth, right? So I wanted to fix it. I wanted it to be more regular. That was my first intention. And intention has to be turned back to a goal. The fact that, like, see, I wanna fix my 5 prayers, right? That's an intention. But then there's a goal. A goal is about how I wanna make that intention come true. So intention setting, when you set your intention, you answer to the question what I wanna do, right? You answer to the question what I wanna do. So I wanna fix my 5 daily prayers. Second question you should ask yourself, how do I want to achieve it, right? I will achieve it by praying 5 times a day in the appointed times. For that, what did I do? I have these papers, I don't know, and see this, they have this little habit tracker of weekly. So I put down here, for example, face massage, yoga, namaz, Quran, right? And I tick when every day, like I prayed all of it, right? This is the new one, the old one is here. So I was ticking like this throughout the day, right? You can do it on your phone, on anything that is more comfortable for you to use. And that's how I also like Islam, obviously, because every time you start your salah, you set your intention, right? And when you set your intention, you say, I'm going to pray this prayer, and this prayer is 2 rak'ah of sunnah, is 4 rak'ah of fard, blah blah blah. So yani Islam has all the basics, so it actually teaches us to do what I'm just saying every day, and if you're practicing it, you're gonna get there for sure. And the second intention that I had is to start reading Quran, because even though I ordered this Quran in 2024, I didn't almost read it till 2025. I don't know why, because I was having some back and forth, I don't know. So I was like, I have to start doing it, right? I have to start doing. So it was my second goal, and every day throughout Ramadan, after the suhoor, I wouldn't sleep, because I don't know how you sleep after you ate and after you prayed, and like it's almost like gone. So I wasn't able to sleep. So what did I do is I read the Quran from the time of Fajr till the sunrise. So the sunrise is like 1 hour, 2 hours each day, and alhamdulillah, I managed to read quite a lot, and I'm happy. Like, I was so happy. It was so good, right? So after the Quran, next my goal was about fixing my sleeping schedule, because I don't understand how people say that their sleeping schedule is messed up during Ramadan, when I see it as the perfect chance to actually fix it. So I set up a schedule when I would go to sleep realistically at 10:30 p.m. and I would wake up at 4:30 a.m. and then at 4 a.m. So it was basically 6 hours of sleep, which is quite enough for me. And if I would get tired, I could have taken a nap throughout the day. And so as a result, you see my skin, I don't have any concealer or foundation on it right now. I have just blush and highlighter. You can see my red spots. So this was achieved through Ramadan. This was achieved through fixing and working on my sleeping schedule. Because if you want a healthy skin and if you want a healthy body in general, you want to be healthy, starts with the sleeping schedule. It starts with your sleeping time. It's the top priority. After that comes the nutrition, and after that comes the sport. So after I dealt with my sleeping schedule, I went to fix my nutrition. I was like, no girl, we're not doing the same stuff like we did in the past previous to Ramadan, like starving and being anxious about starving. So I was like, we're gonna chill, we're gonna take it easy, okay? So I made sure I would wake up enough early for suhoor, and I would cook something that is not oily, like not eggs. I would cook something with the I would cook something like cereals, like oatmeal and stuff mostly. And so make sure that you're eating vegetables and you're eating something light, but at the same time healthy. I wrote down a list of products that I wanna eat throughout Ramadan, that is gonna be easy for me to also make the food, because I'm not a kitchen lady, you know, I'm not good at it. So it was super important for me that the food is healthy and good enough, but it's not hard to make. Like, I'm not gonna be stuck in the kitchen for 3 hours, right? And yeah, and as a result, I felt so energetic through this Ramadan. I never got hungry, I never got thirsty, and my skin went mwah, wallah mwah, and I felt good in my shape, in everything, like woo, you know. And as for sport, I didn't want to do gym because I'm not a gym girl anyway, so like, I'm not a gym girl. I mostly do yoga or pilates or some just movements, so that there's movement, you know. And so for Ramadan, I choose to walk. Like, after the suhoor time, after I've read Quran, I would go for a walk, just walking for 30 minutes or 1 hour and making like 10,000 or 8,000 steps, basically. Like, not running, I'm not gonna sweat, I'm not gonna like make myself tired, just chill walking, that's all. I decided to fix my, I decided to add my sunnah prayers, because I wasn't praying sunnah and I wasn't understanding what is sunnah prayer and fard prayer. Wallah, I tried to understand it. Like, I really did my research throughout the year from 2024 till 2025. I was reading about it in English, I was reading about it in Turkish, I was reading about it in Kazakh and in Russian. It didn't make sense to me. Till the Ramadan, I was like, I have to understand what is this sunnah prayer, because it was so hard for me to get it. I know it's so basic, but I wasn't getting it, okay? I wasn't getting it. So I got it finally. I got it how I went to Juma prayer during the Ramadan. I was like, I wanna go in Istanbul. Here so much of mosques, they're so all beautiful, all with some history. So I said, I'm gonna go. I went to Juma prayer, came on time, and I see these people praying, and I wasn't understand what was they praying. What was that? So I realized they were praying their sunnah. So I asked the lady there, and she kindly showed me what was it. And then I realized that was so simple. I realized it was just about knowing some extra surahs and putting them on your prayers and reciting them on your prayers. So I was like, oh, was that so simple? Yes, it was. Yeah. So Alhamdulillah, I started doing my sunnah prayers, which, well, I'm so happy. That was the point. And the fourth thing, I guess, is that I wanted to focus on my tahajjud and tarawih prayer. In 2024 Ramadan, I didn't know about tarawih at all. Wallah, I didn't know. And for that, you have to go to mosques. Like, you don't have to, but I wanted to go, right? So I started going to mosques more often, and I was like I wanted to connect and to be as much close to God as I can be. And so I think I kind of managed it. I didn't do it perfect. I didn't go to Tarawih prayer all the 30 days, all the 20 days, right? But I did, and it was pretty much good. It was still a progress, so it's important here to understand that it's all a part of a journey, and no matter how you want to make it perfect, you are not going to be able to start praying all the 5 days and then start the sunnah immediately, and also start at the tarawih immediately, and know the tahajjud and the witr prayer and the istighfar of prayer. Like, you will not manage to put it all in your brain if you're new to this, right? So I was like, okay. I felt kind of a little bit bad about not knowing about Taraweeh in 2024, but I was like, okay, girl, just let's chill, let's not be hard on ourselves, right? So it was kind of a reminder for myself to be like, you're taking it step by step. We are going there, okay? And yeah, I like my journey of going and checking all the mosques of Istanbul, because in my 3 years of life, I never went to mosque here. I was so scared of mosques before, by the way. I was like, it was so uncomfortable to enter, uncomfortable to go. But this time, I fixed my relationship with mosques, and yeah, Allah is so beautiful. I was enjoying a lot. I was enjoying a lot. Yeah. Probably a sign for you to go to mosque too if you were putting it aside. The fifth thing, I worked on my du'as. I literally wrote down things here, things that I want to ask for, and the du'as that I want to make for it. All these small du'as, all the big du'as, because I wasn't paying attention to them so much. So I decided that I'm gonna like slowly do something, like work on them, just put them all in my phone, just reading it and making it a part of my daily routine. And I'm not gonna say I managed it so good. I still don't know a lot, but it was one of the probably good decisions that I put, because it made it also happy. It made it so all of it better. The journey, the Ramadan was so beautiful this month, and I'm actually so sorry it's gonna already finish, because I'm gonna feel like somebody ripped me from my schedule. It was like this Ramadan is like the perfect schedule, and I'm gonna feel sorry for being thrown out of it, you know. I'm gonna feel sorry for it. So yeah, and by adding up my du'as and focusing on my salah, made it so like I don't think I ever prayed so consciously, like literally knowing what you're doing and reciting your salah with a heart in it. Like, good. That's what I wanted. That's how I wanted to focus on my prayers and to calm down and to keep myself grounded. A must have. Like, I'm telling you, that's a life hack. It's just a formula of life. And the last thing is that in this Ramadan, I covered myself. I put on the hijab, girl. Ew. Which is a whole different story. I'm not going to focus on it today, but yeah, so that's why the 2024 Ramadan was the best for me, and I really liked it. It's still continuing, by the way, but yeah, and I have decided to do everything that I was postponing, and I'm so happy that I did everything I did. I put on my hijab, I did my prayers, I'm doing all my work, I'm focusing on my university, and I'm fighting, and I'm building my inner peace, which is important. It's so like I don't know, that's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, that's basically all. Happy Ramadan, happy Eid, and happy, I think there's gonna be Arafat day. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, and I hope you're all focusing on your Laylatul Qadr nights. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful for someone who might be lost right now, or for someone who was searching for some signs, and for someone who also wanted to, summarize their Ramadan and get inspired and inshallah make their next Ramadan better. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. May Allah grant us all with his guidance. Love you all.